Hello everybody, and welcome to the final boss, but this is not the end of the series. This final boss is again another one of those bosses that I don't use the Ultra Greatsword against. That may sound silly, considering I use the Greatsword against almost everything except Kushala Daora, but yeah, I don't use it against this thing either. Now, a lot of people say Greatsword's great against this thing if you hit the tail. I wouldn't know. Every time I tried to do this fight, I tried to hit the weak spot, which was the front paws, which are juking and jiving and dancing around the whole time, so it's hard to get much of anything done. But as I recall, it's been about a week or two since I fought this thing. I fought this thing over a few hundred times by now. I wish I was exaggerating. This is quite literally what I do when I'm on Monster Hunter and no one else is online. I just SOS, help people with Xeno'Jiva. Excuse me, with my hunting horn. So this was the very first time I'd fought Xeno'Jiva. This is pretty obvious considering, but I want you to look at it in that light. While now I have hundreds of, probably 100, maybe 30, 40 hours fighting this thing, at this time I did not. Also, it was co-op, which normally you go, oh, that's fine. It only adds a little health. I believe it's a multiplier, so the more health something has, well, the more health it gains. You get what I'm saying here.
Yeah.
This thing has loads of health. And by loads of health, I mean I think it took us like 30 or 40 minutes to kill the thing just because of the inflated number, and I couldn't hit the damn thing worth a damn. If you like watching people fail with the Greatsword, this is the video for you, because that's pretty much what you're going to get here. There's a reason I use my hunting horn every time. Now, against this boss. 1, people seem to love it, and 2, it's fun, and 3, I feel like I'm actually contributing something, because I'm actually able to hit the front paws consistently with my songs. But for those who don't know, the front paws are weak. I think the tail also might take extra damage. I'm not sure on that. I don't usually hit the tail, because the majority of the time I'm using a blunt object, so I don't try and cut the tail. The head is actually kind of easy to hit with the hunting horn. But to this day, I still don't use the Greatsword. I know this thing moves inside and out, and I still shudder to try and use the Greatsword. I've seen a lot of people do it, and fairly well too, but I'm not one of them so far. Storyline, so I'll be quiet.
Zora Magdaraos, Les Hartume. Pomes Mem. Ritome Gasly, Famigiladi, Neshkir. Tinhigrida, Akunriga. Kuda, Mokse, Tiarashida Tomkel Sagfa. Ido. Lakish Beze. Kiere Gazna.
Are they done talking? I don't honestly remember. It looks like they are. Oh, no, guess not. Or maybe they are. I don't know when I can tell. Okay, they were done. For now.
Oh, Latig, Lakiri Teneshi, Memrutea, Lavinura, Las Shini, Iruas Zera. Laga. Atug. Kuabesug. Deal.
Okay, well, I'm just going to tell you, this is about to look a hell of a lot more difficult than it ever need be. Looking back at this, I'm going to get a lot of laughs out of this. Okay, so as you can see, this thing loves dashing around. And God help you if you have more than one person, because it loves dashing even more. Tackle, I didn't tackle. Even if I tackled there, I don't know if I'd gotten any kind of true charge off worth a damn anyway, so I'm not really... There's a tail swipe. Oh, nope, I guess it was just a tail... I don't know what the hell that was. Oh, shit, come on, man, you have no idea what's going to happen, dude. No, I don't. But at least I hit the tail. That's like, that might be one of the only true charges I ever landed in this fight, looking at it. I'm not happy to say that. Good lord, I really had no idea what it did back then, did I? Well, at least I hit it. That's not really a big win. No. No, it's not. Okay, so enough of the nostalgia glasses for me. What does this thing do? Well, it can, if it starts breathing fire, like it starts breathing fire left, right, and left again, or whatever have you. That was a really stupid true charge. I think it spits out left, right, and then center, or is it center, left, and right? I know that it goes in 3 different directions. Would this actually work? Well, it would have if I'd picked the right direction. That's nice to know in the future, though. But yeah, you see it spits in 3 different directions, so... After a while, you kind of just get the feel for it. You know, you kind of get the feel for where it's going to be spitting that thing next. Well, that don't really help me my first time. Oh, no, it doesn't. It doesn't at all. I know that. I don't know how to actually fight this thing with the greatsword the first time, as you're about to find out. So it goes forward, your right, and then your left. Remember that, and you will be able to dodge and get out of the way of it. That's not the biggest problem, though. That little swipe don't do a whole lot of damage. It's more just annoying than anything. That's not close enough, numbnuts. Good. Why'd you waste that time? And you didn't tackle either way. Lord. So it does have a big tail swipe. That doesn't do a lot. That's just a tail slam. It also has a tail swipe. Excuse me. I've only seen it happen multiplayer, but that's because I don't generally do single player on stuff I quite literally cannot do single player. I can't believe the second one missed, but the first one didn't. What the hell? Anyway. Hey, you see, I'm starting to learn a little bit. I just am doing no damage. I don't think this is really good enough, though. Also, that thing is totally a thing. That will, make 2 lines, and if you manage to hit it enough while it's on its feet, you can knock it down. I think that's more in the second phase, though, where you can knock it into the ground and it'll get stuck there. The problem with it is a lot of times you need... That's really bad. A lot of the times you need to have tremor resistance, at least 2, to get much of anything done if you want to stay near it. Because you'll be, well... not able to move. You'll be doing that whole dance of... Yeah. Can I actually hit that? No, it's backed up. No, this thing moves all the time. And it has loads of health. That's not even right. You know, looking at this, I do want to try and use a greatsword again, just to see how much better I can do now that I know what it does. Because this is just... This is just hilarious. Because this is just... You don't want to imagine the level of salt that was coming through my mouth at the time of this recording. You don't want to hear what I said. Trust me. You don't want to know. It was not pleasant. It was not... Also, yeah, if you notice he's looking at you and you're on the front leg, you probably should move behind it a little more. Basically, the first phase is a lot easier than the second phase, but it's, oh, wow, I missed by like half a foot. He doesn't do a whole lot in his first phase. You've pretty much seen everything he does in his first phase, except for that right there, which you didn't really have a good view of, but he just kind of reaches into the ground and then some explosions come up, and just don't be in front of him, generally. That's why a lot of greatsword users I see stay near the tail, because being near the front is well, I don't want to say extremely dangerous. It's more dangerous. In the second phase, it can, in some, like, I forgot about this. I don't think I did very well with this either. Well, I did it. There was no real point to it, however, because that, though I was about half a second late, to be fair, that's kind of awesome, almost. But yeah, essentially when you see him winding up for that big laser sweep, just either get really close to him. This is the thing you didn't get to see earlier because I was too close. You just don't stand in front of it. But in the second phase, he has like a enrage mode of sorts where you basically, if you want to be real safe, when he like charges down and like does his little, I don't want to say tackle, it's not really a tackle, it's more of a, he like just falls on top of you. Yeah, don't be near his front at any point during that. Just trust me. I think I died of that because I didn't know about it. That's what most people die of. I can say with extreme confidence, most people die in the second phase due to that one explosion. That's what everybody dies to. I think I might have died once or twice, and it's extraordinarily embarrassing, but hey, you know what? That's part of learning hunting games. Man, I am so greedy. It's not even right. To be fair, I almost got out of that roar, but it was a little early. I wasn't trying to, for the record. I actually thought it might be coming back. And that was just, oh god. You want to know how you don't fight this thing? You're watching the right video. Because we got like half an hour more of this, son. Okay, more like 20 minutes, but still. But this might actually work if he doesn't turn, but I think he's gonna... I don't remember being stunned from that far away before, but that's... Okay, I guess that... Then again, I'm never near the tail, so... What do I know? Anyway, you might notice right now, he's enraged. You don't want to be near his front right now. Well, if you don't know what you're doing, you don't want to be near his front because you can very easily die to that explosion I told you about. Also, he leaves fire on the ground, so, you know, that's kind of worrying. I think I mentioned before he really likes running, so get used to it. That ain't gonna end in the second phase. We're not even in the second phase yet, by the way. We're only in the first so far. There I go thinking I'm just, you know, Brutus again, can just... tank anything, running through the fire and the flames, not even trying to get out of it. That's right there. That's the dangerous one. Boom! That will not one-shot you, but it will do... Also, you might notice that blue stuff on the ground, and also how it exploded. Also, I might be dead here, but fortunately for me, he's stupid and going for Glasgow or one of the Palicos. But yeah, that right there is his biggest, oh god, attack. Don't go near it. Jesus Christ, Barok. Even in your past, you don't even know if you're going to do it right. But yes, his arms, his front arms, I should reiterate, are very weak. Unfortunately, it's kind of hard to hit them with the slowest weapon in the game. Don't go near it. I nearly got hit by that, by the way. I was maybe a foot outside that hitbox. If you didn't know, if you thought, oh no, you were safe. Oh, barely. I was barely safe. That's too far away. I mentioned he loves running. He loves running. So if you're greedy like me, you're gonna look like a dumbass in this more than a few times. Unless you can do this. And then you feel like a badass until he wiggles his tail a little bit, and then you just feel like a dumbass again. So I mean, it's yeah. Oh wow, I just kind of ran into it. That's how bad I was. Good lord. This is a chore to even watch and commentate for me because I am just so bad in this. It's not even right. Good lord. You know, I almost feel like next time I want to upload a video of me doing this with the hunting horn, just so I can kind of save some kind of face and not feel like such a dum-dum. Because this is making me feel rather stupid right now, with the way I'm watching this. He doesn't have all that many moves, truth be told. The second phase, he does fly up into the air and use a few things, but when he flies up the first time, that means the first phase is done, so the first phase is done! Yay! I didn't contribute much, if at all. Woohoo! I got carried. Woo! But, at least nowadays I carry other people, so, yeah, I'm paying it forward a little bit. I like doing that, personally. But, it don't feel too good when I'm the one getting carried. Anyway. Second phase. What changes? Well, he likes using that blue, well, you saw the explosions in the ground. Also, he loves, I don't know why, I thought, don't worry, man, you can totally tackle through that. No, you can't tackle through that. Number one thing for, okay, well, I was gonna say, he's getting ready to go near his foot now. But, the number one thing for greatsword users, if you notice him backing up, don't even try and do a prediction true charge. No, it's a no. Don't do that. Because more than likely, he's just gonna friggin', that's what I'm talking about, he got stuck in the thing. More than likely, he's just gonna, you know, just fraggin', you know, use that little beam attack and just knock you silly. So it's not particularly a good idea to do that. You want to be very conservative, I think I've noticed with this, and also I'm facing the wrong way. Ironically, that would have been very good if I'd been facing the other direction, but I don't know how that happened, but it did. Also, I really should be near the freaking hands during this, because I'm not going to hit anything from back here. No. Oh, Lord. This is embarrassing. That might actually work, but everything else is embarrassing. Yeah, that actually worked. Woohoo! I've hit 2 true charges! Yeah! That's not really... Okay, well, 3. You hit 3. Good job. Oh, Lord. This is so funny and so terrible to watch again, but I can't stop. I have to know how bad I did. Is that weird? It's kind of weird. The thing is, when I first fought this thing, oh, I hated it. I hated this fight, because this was my first fight. I hated this thing. I couldn't stand it. He's about ready to tackle, well, his version of a tackle. He just kind of falls on you. I call that his tackle, but whatever. That's very easy to not get by, obviously, if you're not greedy. But, yeah, I hated this fight. I was like, I am never doing this fight ever again. You will never get me to do this again. And then, I think it was either Glasgow or Conceived Sorrow, one of them just said, oh, they posted this quest. I'm like, alright, yeah, sure, I don't like it, but I'll do it, whatever. And I tried it, the hunting horn, and it was the land of milk and honeys. Milk and honeys. Yeah, it's actually, you know, very attractive women there. It's not the land of milk and honey. Don't get confused now. It's milk and honeys. Also, tail swipes. It's, to be fair now, I've been sucking it up, but to be fair, the tail swipe can hit left, right, or center. It's a little hard to figure out, so if you're behind it when it does that, I usually just dive to be safe. Because I've seen that tail swipe, or slam left, slam right, and slam in the middle. It's a little hard to tell where it's going to go beforehand. Unless you can read his body language at a drop of a hat and figure out, okay, judging by his body language, the tail's going to go. Most people can't do that. Well, unless you fought him as often as I have. But, yeah, at this point, I think I go full-on conservative and just go, okay, I am not going to wipe 3 times. I am not going to be that guy that carts 3 times. Though, to be fair, it is my quest, so if anybody's going to cart 3 times, I guess I'm the one that has the right to do it. It's better than the person coming into your hunt and carting 3 times. I've had that happen. I've never been that guy. If I ever cart in anybody else's game, I always make damn sure I don't die again. I hate that. I don't want to say I hate the person who does that, but it is annoying when a person just wastes all your carts, you know. The left hand, it just moves all the time. Well, it moved. This is not new. This should not be surprising. It loves moving. Oh, man. Don't you love the days when you were a noob and you get to go back and watch yourself fail? Oh, you never had to do that. Well, I remember what it was like being a... What the hell am I even trying to do? That's way too far away. Well, to be fair, that might have worked if he hadn't just ducked back 20 feet, but he did. Okay, so I'm just going to tell you, if you're interested to know what kind of weapons you might see in this kind of fight online, I can tell you exactly how many types of things I saw. Good job you missed on that, by the way. I usually see a lot of bows, which they seem to think that, you know, range is king, and I can kind of see why, because you don't have to get near the damn thing. You see long swords, bows, and light bow guns in this fight. Occasionally you'll run into a greatsword. I have never seen another hunting horn user besides me, except for one time ever. So, I don't know why I'm throwing that random trivia out here. Probably because that's like the only trivia I actually know about this fight, and confident in saying with, you know, the utmost confidence. Apparently I've actually learned a damn thing. I'm trying to cut the tail now, so... I don't know, maybe. This actually will work out really well. Yay! Actually did something right. Sweet. Also, I hope you really, really like credits, because, I mean, I'm not going to show the... Oh, that was so close. I'm not going to show the credits, but, if you play through the game at home, you get to sit through about 10 to 15 minutes of credits after this fight. So, I hope you actually give a damn about who made the game, otherwise it's going to be extraordinarily boring. It would be different if it was skippable, but it's not. Or is it? I don't think I tried to skip it. Because I wanted to record the whole thing, I just cut it out. All the one time you don't move your hand forward, and I was off kilter anyway. This is actually a good place to land a true charge if I would have... Well, that actually worked, I was going to say anyway. That if you try and hit his undercarriage, you can hit the undercarriage with the true charge. You just have to be sure you're in the right place, because some of his undercarriage is... concave. You can see with this little gut there is like a concave gut. You want to hit the part that's like pointy out, like his rib cage. You can hit that pretty easily if you get underneath him with the true charge. It's not usually very easy because he likes dancing around if you're underneath him, but you can do that. Or you can try and hit the feet, which is, as you see, not exactly a good strategy with the greatsword. Or you can try and hit the tail, which is what I see about 90% of greatsword users try and do. They try and hit the tail. I personally don't like trying to hit the tail here, but I can see the appeal. It is actually low to the ground now that I look at it. That's not terrible. It's really more switch axe territory, I think. But hey, you know what? I think I could hit that with the greatsword. Seems like a lot of people I know love the switch axe. I can't stand that thing, man. It's too complicated. There's two forms. How complicated is it? Well, it's two forms. You expect me to remember what the transformation combination is? Come on, man. I can't remember that. That's the tail swipe I think I mentioned earlier. Oh, and I forgot. I guess I forgot the big explosions. Because there's big explosions. This is not where I want to be. Okay, I thought it was going to just... I was like, did I fail? I don't friggin' know. I was trying to get Felicity to heal me, but she's like, no. There. Thank Christ, finally. Okay, so this, you might think, oh, I can just, like, flash them out of the air. Flashes don't work against this. What you need to do, I guess I'm going to be trying ballsy here. I'm going to try and land a true charge. And it actually, oh my god, that actually worked. Oh, well, I learned something today. I was going to say you need to, like, collect those little red, like, you know, those little, what do you call those things? The, projectiles, and then you hit him with that while he's flying in the air. That's what you're supposed to do to get him out of the air. I have never seen anyone else ever knock him out of the air with a true charge until this. I forgot all about that. That was sweet. Like, a lot of the times, I see greatsword users basically do what I do, whiff a lot, and I'm just like, I can't even get mad at that guy or girl. I can't get mad at him. Okay, I've been there. I know all about that pain. Don't worry, bro. So every time I see a greatsword user, I always, like, when something's down, and like this, in this situation right here, with my hunting horn, I would just put down a crit booster and just go, hey, go to town, man. I know this fight's rough on you. I want you to have a fun time, because I know it's not very fun with the greatsword. But I'll, you know, use life powder. I'll try and use hard shell powder, demon powder, crit booster, any health booster, anything to try and help the greatsword users. I have a soft spot for greatsword users. I'm sure some people are like, well, that's discriminatory. Yeah, well, I don't care. Greatsword users get priority support when it comes to me from a hunting horn. And if you don't like it, well, tough titties. That's actually pretty cool right there. The spacing is really good. But, man, this fight seemed to go on forever, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. I don't think I'm close enough for this, but I was. Damn, apparently I'm getting decent. The farther we go, I'm actually getting better. I don't remember being this. I don't remember me doing this well later in the fight. But I can't argue with what I'm looking at. Wowee, that was. I mean, this isn't really going to amount to much unless he moves his foot back, but no. Almost, though. Almost. This could be. Yeah, no. I was like, if I don't get knocked down, this might actually hit his back foot, but no, I got hit. I will say, though, it's a little finicky on whether you get hit when he's charging. I have been able to go underneath of him and kind of duck out the side, like roll to the side, out from, well, basically out from under him. What in the world was I even attempting to do here? No, there's no way this is going to work. Well, I mean, it's a pretty animation, but I'm not sure what else I've served, really. It served my being optimistic, is what it did. Because I didn't want to die, so I was like, good God, this thing never moves when I want it to move. You gotta take the good and the bad, because there's a majority bad here. And there he goes, moving about 30 feet back again, for really, I don't know what reason. Screw you, I guess. Okay, it was probably because of the 3 people back there. But I like to think it was, nope, he's winding up. I'm just gonna go the other way now. How do I miss? You had like 4 targets and you miss all of them. Good job. Good lord, man. At least hit a damn thing when you swing. And he goes, no. I'm just gonna move the extra 2 feet needed so make damn sure you don't hit anything. That's what I'm gonna do. Every true charge. There he goes. Never to come back again. Why he's over there, nobody really knows. There's no prey over there. There's no person over there. He just wanted to go over there. It's a mystery unknown to mankind why he went over that direction. At least I don't know why to this day why he does that. Okay, enough bitching about him moving, because let's face it, he moves a load. He moves loads. I mean, that's not debatable. He does it a lot. I can't believe that missed, but okay. Oh my God, here he goes again. He senses the true charge, man. He senses it and he moves. That's what he does. You know, to be honest, I don't ever see a greatsword user ever try and hit the head. And I can pretty much say with all confidence, that's you. I'm gonna guess for a good reason, because I'm doing very poor at it. But I wanted those horns. I was like, I think I could probably break those horns. I want those horns. I'm not the brightest man when it comes to fighting something for the first time. I want all those rare drops, man. I want. Wowee, that was the worst true charge of all time. And I say that as an authority on the matter. That was awful. Also, remember, when he gets up on both hind legs like that, remember that he could be doing the fall, or he could be doing the laser beam down at his left foot. Or is it, no, it's his right foot. It's his right foot. So, if you have the opportunity to try and roll out of that, try and roll to the opposite side in case you're wrong, and then you hopefully won't get laser beamed in the top of the head. Just saying. Trust me. I've been hit by that and I know exactly what he does because I mistake it for the other move. I'm like, oh, that's just the... He's just gonna fall down. He's not falling down. I really need to learn spacing. That's really important and I never really do. As you might have guessed, at this point I'm like, I don't give a damn about what's weakness. I'm just going after what's easy to hit. I don't care what's... I'm just gonna hit what I can. I was frustrated beyond anything at this point. I was like, unless you just give me a silver platter, I'm just gonna go for the hind legs and just say, fuck it, we're done. Now this should hit, provided he doesn't bullshit like that. Oh lord, this is frustrating to even watch. I don't even care, man. I'm just going after the crappy parts of the body just because I can actually do something now. See? You thought I was going to card 3 times, didn't you? No, but I nearly did. And, I kind of want to try doing that with a greatsword again. I have not fought, like, the second time I fought this thing with the greatsword, it took me, like, 20-something minutes the first time. Or the second time, rather. Nowadays, I can kill this thing probably inside of 21 minutes. By myself. If I have someone else with me, like, okay, maybe 23 or 4 minutes by myself. But with 4-man group, with my hunting horn, it takes about 21 minutes. Now, I don't know what that means for the other 3 people, but I think me and Conceived Sorrow got that time down to like, what was it, 16, 17 minutes? Just the 2 of us? I was using the hunting horn, by the way, not the greatsword. That should have been obvious, but yeah. So we're gonna have a bunch of cutscenes after this, so I'm gonna be quiet. But good lord, did that fight suck for me. Oh man. That was infuriating to just watch. Goodness gracious. Oh, I thought it was a big cutscene. So that only took 25 minutes. Ho ho, ho ho. I've also noticed if I go in like helping one person out, and it might take just me and a random person like 30-35 minutes. So, hey, that's a kudos to Glasgow, because that was not me doing that damage right there. That was not me. I died twice. Nearly cost us the entire run, so no. Pat him on the back for that one, not me. Oh god, I didn't edit this loading screen out. Well, it's the last boss, so you can deal with it. I dealt with it the whole game. Oh yeah, they're extraordinarily long loading screens as well, because even if I do have a PlayStation Pro, I didn't put a solid state drive in it, which I wouldn't put a solid state drive anyway. I'd probably put a hybrid drive in there, but honestly, just from a price perspective thing. But yeah, I'll be quiet now because I think there's a big lot of cutscenes. Yes, there is.
マルニューランテラライガテルエセロエレリーナ
スーガルクガーデバーディムリートゥトゥマガルドンノツアールスーキアーメムキルトリハイドルグイルグーゼナニュラーグアガムートトゥアミスラクナーザ
オミーテズベギーデンゾラマグダラオスモルタレーソフィーポハールニューデイトラメトゥークロリダあスミねえミンセキなれ
クーグはガクリーブニュクルーもうきげなひなしょうミクフェファイネザラセイミンルーキビモーリナネシトヤントツラアデルワルワシダシミストルガ
そすらキースギムリークサポーがナナクトルークロミールでシュラデビダーゼメガルポニュージメマハトレーギルーマで
ミキレディニューイミシアトゥノニューシヒメジストゥキラプスアドルスニューラーズイフママトドトゥゴーシアセハルセハマセイティイガーブラトリナオリビアトゥアシアルティア
ガーラがララウージェ
ス・モラミガルドクゼ・キムだメミトールデス・メリグエアツィン・ミクミガルド・リーレムズ・クーゼミギゼノジーバデシ・ゲムト・ムエミールだラポーク・メムキルト・メルーガスエアトゥール・テートキルクルーシア・モルデ・デニーシアラースオラガレート・トゥルーク・ロハルダゲレ・リュミーニ・レガケト・ムートエジジ・オーダオノルーダルレメス・ウキクーラオルハ・ウハ・キータリトエジオ・キグナエソラーダムオーフィラ・ル・ガニス
ミユタラズーモミークだ
Oh yeah, that was like a 15-minute credit thing, so I'm not watching that. Not again. No, this is gonna be hell enough to render on this old laptop, so. Yay! We're the hero! Sweet! Even though you guys really did nothing to help. Woohoo!
フーテナネオキタクラームエルトワイースクナリミーストゥルークレ
Okay, so the audio may be a little out of sync here, so yay! We climbed up like 9 hunter ranks. For reference, I am now hunter rank 113. So, yeah. It was a bit, yeah, belated. So yay, we're the Sapphire Star. Sweet, that's gonna be it for now though. So until next time, next week everyone, next week we're going on after even better prey. Also, I think it might be Devil Ho, but it's been a while since I recorded that session. We'll know in a little while next week. So, did I actually buy anything? Oh, right, I just wanted to check out the armor and what it looked like. That's what that was. I do that after every single fight. Nah. Okay, well, that's going to be it, everyone. Until next time. Until then.